The year was 1999. The world watched as India and Pakistan locked horns in a fierce battle in the icy heights of Kargil. This was no ordinary conflict. This was a war fought at altitudes where even breathing is a challenge, a war that tested the limits of human endurance, a war that India remembers as the Kargil War. India launched Operation Vijay, a testament to the valor and determination of the Indian armed forces. The Kargil War was a stark reminder of the persistent threat posed by Pakistan. It also showcased the unyielding spirit of the Indian soldier, willing to face any challenge, any hardship, to safeguard the nation. The Kargil War was a saga of bravery, sacrifice, and triumph. It is a story that every Indian must know and remember. The roots of the Kargil War lie in the long-standing tensions between India and Pakistan. The heart of the issue was the disputed territory of Kashmir. Both countries claimed Kashmir in its entirety. This dispute had already led to two full-blown wars in 1947 and 1965. The immediate trigger for the Kargil War was a clandestine infiltration by Pakistani soldiers and militants into Indian-controlled territory across the Line of Control, or LOC. These infiltrators occupied strategic positions on the Kargil heights, overlooking the vital Srinagar-Leh highway. Their aim was to cut off the Indian Army's supply lines to Siachen and force India to withdraw from the glacier. Pakistan hoped to use this as leverage to renegotiate the Kashmir issue. The infiltration was a grave violation of the Simla Agreement. This agreement was signed by both countries in 1972. It stated that they would resolve all their differences peacefully. The world watched in disbelief as Pakistan's actions threatened to destabilize the entire region. India's response to the Pakistani aggression was swift and decisive. The Indian government launched Operation Vijay, a military operation aimed at evicting the Pakistani infiltrators from Indian territory. The operation involved the mobilization of over 200,000 Indian troops. They were supported by the Indian Air Force. The terrain posed a formidable challenge to the Indian forces. The infiltrators had the advantage of height. They were well entrenched in bunkers. They had sophisticated weaponry. But the Indian soldiers, driven by an unwavering spirit and love for their motherland, were undeterred. The world marveled at the courage and resilience of the Indian Army. They were fighting against all odds. They were determined to reclaim every inch of their territory. Operation Vijay became a symbol of India's resolve to protect its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Section 4: Phases of Valor. Key engagements of Operation Vijay. Operation Vijay was a complex and multi-phased military operation. It involved several key battles and engagements. One of the most crucial phases was the capture of Tololing. Tololing was a strategically important peak. It overlooked the Srinagar-Leh highway. Indian forces launched a daring assault. They faced stiff resistance from the Pakistani infiltrators. After days of intense fighting, the Indian Army captured Tololing. This was a major turning point in the war. Another key battle was fought for the control of Tiger Hill. Tiger Hill was another strategically vital peak. It was heavily fortified by the Pakistani forces. The battle for Tiger Hill was one of the fiercest in the entire war. It involved hand-to-hand combat. It involved artillery duels. It involved airstrikes. After days of relentless fighting, the Indian Army finally captured Tiger Hill. This dealt a decisive blow to the Pakistani forces. The battles of Tololing, Tiger Hill, and other peaks like Point 4875, Batalik, and Turongla showcased the indomitable spirit of the Indian soldier. They fought with unmatched bravery and determination. They made significant sacrifices. They ensured the success of Operation Vijay. Section 5: Victory and its price. The outcome of the Kargil War. After weeks of intense fighting, Operation Vijay culminated in a resounding victory for India. The Indian armed forces successfully evicted the Pakistani infiltrators from all the occupied positions. They restored the sanctity of the line of control. The victory came at a high price. India lost over 500 brave soldiers in the line of duty. Thousands more were injured. The nation mourned the loss of its heroes. It saluted their supreme sacrifice. The sacrifices of the brave soldiers only strengthened India's resolve to fight terrorism and defend its borders at all costs. Pakistan faced international condemnation for its role in the Kargil misadventure. Its economy suffered a setback. Its international reputation was tarnished. The Kargil War exposed the perils of Pakistan's policy of employing terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Section 6. The significance of Kargil lessons engraved in history. The Kargil War was a watershed moment in India's post-independence history. It highlighted the importance of eternal vigilance. It underscored the need for a strong and well-prepared military. The Kargil War also demonstrated the strength and resilience of Indian democracy. The entire nation came together to support the armed forces. There was an outpouring of patriotism and solidarity. The war proved that India, despite its diversity, stood united in the face of adversity. The Kargil War taught Pakistan a valuable lesson. It showed that aggression would not be tolerated. It highlighted the futility of trying to resolve disputes through military means. The war served as a reminder to the international community about the dangers of state-sponsored terrorism. Section 7. Saluting the Brave. A tribute to India's unsung heroes. The Kargil War will forever be etched in the annals of Indian military history. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Indian soldier. They fought for every inch of their motherland. Let us honor their memory and draw inspiration from their valor. The legacy of the Kargil heroes will continue to inspire generations. It was a victory for the spirit of India.